Damn it, Greg. You really have no idea what you're talking about. Okay, so we're gonna be reacting to Greg Doucette, who I really, truly, deeply love his content. But in this case, we're just gonna be reacting to Kraven the Hunter, Natty or Not video. Judging by the video and the way it's going to start, I already have like a briefly idea what he's gonna say. But I already made a video on my channel talking about him, Aaron Tyler Johnson, if he's natural or not. And I said he is natural. So let's just see what Mr. Greg Doucette has to say about this.
I want to do this Kraven movie, and I want to gain 40 pounds of muscle, and I want to do it naturally.
Coach Greg, and in today's video, some more bullshit. Bro claims to have gained 40 pounds of muscle in 6 months. Natural. What? And so his name is Aaron.
Okay, so we did discuss in my video. Now, we know it's Hollywood. It's advertising. Obviously, there's going to be a bunch of lies going on. I don't think he did say he gained 40 pounds of muscle, but I don't think he gained 40 pounds of muscle whatsoever. Maybe like 10 pounds, if that even.
Johnson, and the movie, I'm not saying it's a bad one, it's Kraven the Hunter. And so bro got jacked. The arm size, the definition along with the abs, clearly bro know what he was doing. But did he really gain 40 pounds of muscle natural in 6 months?
Right. He didn't gain 40 pounds of muscle. He gained less. Advertising, Greg. Come on, you should know this.
Was nothing short of intense, and it demanded hard work, dedication, and discipline. But I couldn't have done it without these two guys by my side.
Yeah, I'm gonna go there. He couldn't have done it without steroids. He's gonna say, without these two guys by my side. Discipline, dedication, hard work. Let me guess, eating 6 meals a day, force feeding, and so on to get in enough calories from healthy food. Is that what you're gonna say?
Of course, Greg. After all, this is a Hollywood movie. And most of the people that watch this type of movies, or most people in general, don't really know much thing about working out. Therefore, these people, this movie influencers, they have to feed people certain things. Not only Aaron Tyler Johnson in this case, but even one point I remember Henry Cavill talk about his workout videos where he was doing like cable stuff this way, saying that it helps him to sword fight better. But obviously him doing this is not gonna get him jacked and grow his pectoral muscles or his arm size. This is just bullshit content, fun content to feed to the media. Oh, my nutritionist obviously plays a big role, obviously. The trainer, which 2 and 2 go well together. But this is to soothe out for the rest of the people, okay? Just to make it well balanced.
My nutritionist, and David Kingsbury, my trainer, and we're going to show you some of the steps that we went through to create that Kraven physicality.
Step 1, buy testosterone. Step 2, buy growth hormones. Step 3, get some peptides. Step 4, lie about it. And step 5, say the same thing that every transformation from anyone in Hollywood ever continues to spew time after time.
Greg, respectfully, if you look at his physique, which far you haven't really showed anything of his progress, of what he looks like, how tall is he, how much he weighs, what he looked like before this movie. Maybe you will show later on. I don't know, we're just 2 minutes in. But, you know, accusing someone of testosterone and growth hormones and so on, just by saying that they gain 40 pounds of muscle is hypocritical.
I want to do this Kraven movie, and I want to gain 40 pounds of muscle, and I want to do it naturally.
Listen, a lot of people want to do a lot of things. Mike Uzertel wants to get a pro card. It ain't happening. He wants to gain 40 pounds of muscle natural. It's not happening. And so take your pick, both next to impossible. Like getting struck by lightning 3 times in a row.
And we have 6 months.
We've been like almost 3 minutes in, and the only thing he's talking about is the 40-pound situation yet again.
I'm like, that's not possible.
And so the coach says, bro, I don't know which guys you've been following on social media, probably not Coach Greg, but 40 pounds of muscle natural in 6 months, it's not possible. And so what do you think they then bring out? They bring out the steroids. Does anyone think that it's magically going to happen because he ate a specific diet? I'm your T-plug, and I'm telling you, testosterone and geotomax is going to increase.
Greg, just take a look at his body. Just take a look at his body and tell me if he's on something. Like, sure, he looks great. Not like disrespecting him in any way. He looks big and he looks lean. But that can be achievable naturally. Now, let's say if he was like super skinny guy, he was not in shape whatsoever, and he just randomly transformed into this look, then sure, I might be on your side in that case. But if you did your research and you looked at what he looked like previously, you wouldn't have said that. And so far, you're just like shoving up your brand up my face already with your
gains. For certain. And if they don't,
Testosterone.
it's a money back guarantee and a $20 gift card.
Everything was sugar-free.
Sugar-free doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter!
I'm telling you right now, just because you go on a sugar-free diet, it's not going to help you to build magically more muscle. Listen, there's sugar in vegetables, there's sugars in fruit. Do you really think that you shouldn't eat any fruits and vegetables on your diet because there's sugar? What are y'all going to listen to Eddie Abu and think that he could help people gain 40 pounds of muscle in 6 months because he's on a sugar-free diet? With sugar.
Greg, sure. There's sugar in fruits, vegetables, and so on. The reason why they really made that video is just to show people that are unfamiliar with the gym industry or working out industry to kind of soothe them out and tell them the fact of nutrition is very important. What do most people do? They eat sugar, they eat junk food. So when you tell them to get rid of sugar, psychologically, it works in the good terms to let people know that you don't need it and it's not good for you. Or at least like sugar, like a coffee sugar or whatever. Vegetables are good.
Like bone broth and these gelatin gummies.
Apparently, it's in the gelatin. Does anyone want to believe that?
And
I like gelatin, Greg. Honestly, if I got gelatin protein bars or like protein in general, that'll be great.
An extra snack high in protein, low in calories. Would that not help you to get shredded, help you to add muscle?
and how can we do it and keep you functional?
And so the monumental task was these nutritionists convincing Bro, the unknowledgeable actor, that he has to have an extravagant
Unknowledgeable actor. Greg, 6 minutes in, and yet again, you haven't showed any physique of the guy. So you telling me that he's on steroids, uneducated about working out, and so on, nutrition, and all the rest of the stuff you'd be talking about for 6 minutes, doesn't prove your point whatsoever. This is like hypocritical type of shit. This is like advertising for your own cookbook, I should say.
of things he's never heard of, made of gelatin and so on, and that is the secret to putting on 40 pounds of muscle in 6 months. And so
It's not a secret of putting on 40 pounds of muscle in 6 months. It is just a comfortable way of probably what he wanted to do and what his nutritionist recommended for him.
does anyone actually think that eating this special diet, you've seen the list of foods that they're eating, does anyone know how to cook this bullshit? That if you eat
Clearly his nutrition does, and he does it.
all natural, unprocessed foods from elk hearts and so on, what's next? Just eat liver? Are we going to believe the liver king?
I don't touch the stuff, not gonna touch the stuff, never touch the stuff.
We have this monumental task of eating this much food, and how can we do it and keep you functional?
When your goal is to put on muscle, the hardest thing isn't to eat enough calories, this much food. The part's easy. I don't know why they brainwash you into thinking that you have to go on this crazy bulk, that how are we going to eat all this food?
I think you're brainwashing a bunch of your viewers right now.
If If you're just not hungry enough and you're perhaps doing 20 hours of cardio a week, you're an ectomorph, you're at 5% body fat, you're not hungry enough, you can, of course, get hungrier than last time. It's
Hungrier than last time. Another advertisement, please.
Eat as much as I was eating. It was important to take naps, get great rest and sleep as well.
And so because he had to eat so much, he just had to take naps and rest all the time. If you can't get a good night's sleep, we sell that as well.
We sell that as well. Please take my Delta Force or whatever it is. This is literally him selling his product to you. He's not even reviewing it. Just call the man juice head and continues with his own thing.
After 3 months, yes, I had muscle mass, but no definition.
Yep, he had the muscle mass. Thought it would take years, but apparently he did it in 3 months. I mean, Hussein Farhad, he put on about 40 pounds of muscle. It took him 3 years, 1 in a million genetics. Bro put it on in 3 months. But he had to now get shredded. And so the bulk, it worked. He put on all this muscle, but now he had to get shredded.
So now I'm about 3 months away from making this movie. You start to panic a little bit.
And so he pressed the panic button. Did they call Coach Greg in his cookbook? Get him on a diet, calorie deficit, more cardio? Nope. What did they do next?
So we brought David on.
From my perspective, it's the perfect starting point.
And remember, it's approximately 10 times easier to lose body fat than it is to put on muscle. And so the hard work
That is true. I can get behind that.
already done. Those 3 months, the hard work was done. Now, the easy part, losing the weight in 12 weeks.
Building quality muscle takes months and years. Dropping body fat takes weeks.
And so he got the hard part out of the way. Anyone think he did that while being natural?
Dude, he looked the same. He probably literally just gained maybe not even 10 pounds, like 5 pounds. Please show his previous footage. I'm like really like defending the other guy, you know, but this is crazy.
6 months or years, he did it in 3 months. Not just a couple pounds of muscle, not 5 or 10, 40. Guys, you can't make this shit up.
We had to work pretty hard for those first couple of months to get you to that position where body fat levels are nice and low. So on screen, you have that definition, you have that look.
And so they worked pretty hard.
Come on, in that picture, in that spot, you telling me, and that's like perfect lighting and everything. You telling me that's not natural? That was me at the age of 18, pretty much.
Y'all just aren't willing to work hard enough. He went to the gym 4 freaking times a week for 3 straight months. Oh my God! Wow! But remember,
I would say 4 times a week is like perfect. Even 3, you can argue about that, but 4 will make it perfect.
the 4 or 5 day a week workouts, it was the agony of having to take naps and get a lot of sleep.
Well, you do need sleep and recovery in order to grow muscle, right? I'm sure Greg knows that too, but he just doesn't want to say it.
There were times where Craven's in his best and my arms are on show.
And it's known as CGI. You can literally take a photo of somebody and doctor it, make it look bigger. You ever seen Thor? Remember?
Yes, they did it in Thor, and you can really tell that, they used it in that scene. Sure. But if you watch the Kraven the Hunter, his arms are, they look big. But why do they look big? He's wearing a vest that's really tight up here, and his arms are just shown. Same thing with like Thor in the movies. Like he has like his arms popped out all the time because of the costume. And Greg, before every shoot, shirtless or whatever, they do a lot of pumping, okay? That's gonna be on a screen forever. You wanna look good. It's normal.
And Thor was chained up and the clothes came off of him. Remember how jacked he was, looking like a Mr. Olympia competitor? Does anyone think that Thor actually looked like that? Yeah, he looks great, but he looks extra great with CGI.
Yeah, I agree.
I can't take it anymore!
We use a little bit of a trick, which is pumping up 4 scenes.
And so do y'all really
Exactly. That's what I talked about in my other video too.
think that all he had to do was do a couple of sets of bicep curls and some lateral raises, and he looked so jacked on stage that it was 100% natural. 40 extra pounds of muscle while pumping up his arms and shoulders before doing his scenes. That was the answer. Or could have been steroids. and CGI.
There was the addition of some of the movements and things that would replicate some of the stunt things you were doing as well. I was doing a lot.
Greg, I think you're really hating on this guy, honestly. I don't know why, but you're really fucking hating on him.
Of parkour movements.
Now remember, he didn't just do the 4 or 5 day a week workouts. It wasn't just the upper lower body split. He ran a lot on all fours, kind of like a tiger. So that mimic all his movements. You can imagine the...
If you watch the movie Kraven the Hunter, he acts like an animal, so he does have to train into those things. It's normal.
the core development, and that is what gave him this physique, not steroids. Guys, think these guys, actors, would actually resort to using performance-enhancing drugs?
And quadruped move.
Not all of them. I think Henry Cavill is natural. I think this guy's natural.
Meaning I can run on my hands and feet.
Running on his hands and feet. How many of you guys are willing to do that? You're all up in the gym doing cardio on the treadmill, walking on the treadmill, the elliptical, perhaps bike riding. Get on all fours and run like a dog.
What was his workout? I mean, he didn't really show the workout. The whole workout and the whole video they showed was just pretty much for the audience, just to advertise the movie a little bit. Obviously, they're not gonna show you the whole workout. Even the stuff they showed is just like a bunch of bullshit. And we know that as a people that work out, we can tell it's a bullshit. Obviously, he was doing bench press, a lot of pull downs and stuff like that. But you can tell they're just like minimalistic stuff. Number two, you once again, this whole time didn't show his previous footage of what he looked like, his previous roles, his age, how tall is he, how much he weighs. If you watch his other video, he does say he was like 155 or whatever at the bullet train, which I think he was a little bit more, because there's a big difference between a 150 pounds and 190 pounds, which he says he was during the filming of Kraven. But if you compare him throughout Kick-Ass to all the way to now and in the middle, his physique gradually got better. And if not, he probably maintained what he has. So, Greg, please do better. I think that whole video that we just watched is a bunch of bullshit. It was just him advertising his cookbook and so on. So, you know what? I think I should do more of these videos where like I go over about the superhero physiques, which I might do later. But until that, peace out.